So in our raised bed, of course, we've planted fresh herbs. And the idea here is to show the herbs you can raise here in Florida, which you can only raise them in raised beds. They won't do well in the ground. And it goes along with our kitchens and cooking. So right now what I have going on here, I've got some fresh dill. Here we have parsley. This is a curly parsley. I like flat leaf more for flavor, but this is what I had when I was planting and that worked out great. We've got some fresh basil, oregano, cilantro, and then this is really taken off nice. This is pineapple sage. The flowers are edible as well as the sweet flavor of the leaves. The sage that I have right now is a variegated sage. Unfortunately, I didn't have any other varieties when we planted this. And then once again, the basil and parsley. And this is mint. I planted the mint in a separate pot so it doesn't invade and take over and ruin all the other herbs. So we keep that in a pot, and these are self-watering pots. Now I'm gonna go back to this pineapple sage, because pineapple sage, it's got such a sweet flavor, and if you think about it, the different flavors create the rubs that we do on our grilled meats and so forth. And they call this pineapple sage because it has a pineapple flavor, and it works great for shrimp or chicken or pork. And if you think about it, you know, a lot of that meat goes well with pineapple. But we pretty much will cut it, and the leaves are what we're gonna use. But the flowers are also edible, and I actually will just blend these in with my rubs. Or you can just eat them. They're nice to garnish a plate or whatever. But pineapple sage has become one of my favorite herbs right now. I've already got my pineapple sage, but I'm gonna, when we show you how to do our rubs, I'm gonna need a little bit more stronger sage flavor. So I'm gonna use a little bit of the variegated sage here, and we'll cut some of that and bring it in, and we'll definitely create some nice rubs for pork and chicken with this. I'm gonna need a little bit more. So that'll do the flavor what I want. I'm gonna do a roasted garlic and rosemary sage paste that we're gonna rub on some chicken. So that's what we'll do with that. I'm gonna get some parsley. I don't need any basil today, and this basil's beautiful, but I'm not gonna be making pesto. We're gonna be doing some other things. Mint. I'm gonna do a rosemary mint paste for lamb. The mint just naturally goes with lamb. Rosemary gives it that woody flavor, and I blend it with a little mustard. Pretty much anything you can think of that goes with lamb and mint, it works great. Let's see, I have some rosemary down here. And the kale's going to town. It's kind of overlapping my rosemary. I think I'll probably mix this dill with some cilantro, or with the pineapple sage. That'll go really well. And I think we got all the herbs that we need. Something I wanted to mention while we're still here by the herb garden. If you notice, I have several varieties of herbs, and I have quite a few planted in this bed. We sell a lot of herbs to people that want to have their own personal herb gardens in their kitchens and so forth. And what I want you to know is you can't buy one basil plant and one mint plant, well, possibly mint, but one sage or one parsley, and think that you're gonna be able to cook with those herbs. If you notice, I've got a variety, and you need to be able to go and pick your herbs without it destroying your garden. So 5 or 6 of each kind of herb is a good idea so that you can use that garden all year round. Being a chef, I use mine every day. And also the different varieties that you plant create different flavors, and you can blend them to make flavor profiles. And that's what we're going to show you how to do. This is my demo kitchen that we show our clients how we build custom outdoor kitchens. And earlier we were in the herb garden, and years ago I created a product called Versatile Herb Paste. And I don't do much with it anymore other than my own personal cooking. And so I thought I would share it with you and show you how to use the herbs that we've raised in the gardens. I think what I'm going to do is just create a ginger cilantro paste to rub on the fish. We'll kind of rough cut them here. We'll just throw these in. So we've got cilantro, garlic, a little bit of chili powder, our ground ginger, some lemon juice, salt and pepper. And I've blended black pepper, white pepper, and cayenne pepper so you get a nice rounded flavor in the palate. I'm going to add a little bit of sesame oil. Let me give that a grind real quick. So I'm at just a touch of sesame oil to give it a nice sesame flavor. I'm going to add a little hot sauce. And olive oil. Just enough to kind of get it to work into a little bit of a paste. Okay, I think that's good enough. Move the blade. Scrape that around. As you can see, it's just a rub. We'll take our shrimp now, and I'm gonna salt and pepper the shrimp before we do anything else. It's good to salt your shrimp. They'll get a nicer flavor going. They don't really absorb the salt as much as like chicken or other fish. We'll take that, throw it in there. And you can see we've got our ginger, garlic, cilantro, pineapple sage, a little chili powder, sesame oil, and we'll just toss that around with the shrimp and let that sit. This will go right on the grill. You can do what you want with it. You can skewer them. You can wrap them with prosciutto or some kind of ham. But there you go. That's ready. And I promise it'll be good. Okay, now we're going to do another rub for a chicken. And this particular one I really like. I took some garlic and I roasted it and ground it up, basically roasted garlic. And this will be a rosemary sage with roasted garlic. I like to add parsley to almost all of my rubs because it really does put a nice clean flavor, and it also gives your herbs a little more bulk, especially if you're doing something with like thyme or oregano. They're a smaller leaf. The parsley can give you some volume, and it makes it nice. This is our variegated sage, as opposed to the pineapple sage. The pineapple's a little sweeter. I want that more poultry flavor going on there. And you're gonna get that real pungent flavor of the rosemary, mild flavor with parsley, and then the sage, that kind of poultry seasoning is gonna just knock you out. And then of course, the roasted garlic is gonna be very strong. We'll just blend them up a little. This is going to be more of a Mediterranean flavor. All right, so we get all our herbs in there. And it's just best to grind all your herbs first before you put anything else in there. We're going to add our roasted garlic. Boy, this stuff smells strong. A whole grain mustard here. I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there. Our hot sauce. I don't measure anything. I already like the way this is going to turn out, so. There's a little bit of red bell pepper. That'll go good with the chicken. You can use roasted peppers if you want. That might be real nice, but it kind of purees them a lot. Salt and pepper. Once again, all 3 peppers. And I think I have everything I want in there. I might put a little touch of lemon juice in, just to give it a little zest. And olive oil. I'm gonna add a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Now let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm liking this. I'll bring this over here. Okay, got some chicken breast. I leave the bone in. I like that flavor of the meat cooked with the bone. And we'll just take our herb paste, throw it right in there on the chicken, and just toss it around. You can take this now and put it in a Ziploc bag or something and set it in your refrigerator for a while till you're ready. You can throw this on the grill, you can bake it, you can fry it, you can do whatever you want with it. But right now, I guarantee you're gonna like those flavors on that chicken. So there you go. This is a rosemary sage roasted garlic paste with red peppers. Quick and easy. This is for my pork. I've got some cilantro, some oregano, a little bit of pineapple sage, and some mint. When you're chopping your herbs, you just kind of move them around a little bit. They'll chop a lot better for you. I need some garlic, hot sauce, and salt and pepper. And our olive oil. That's a pretty paste. Also, the last paste we made, the ginger cilantro, would have been really good on this pork as well. But the idea is to try to show you a few different blends. Okay, so there's our pork. And real quick, I'll show you something very simple to do. I got this butter out at room temp, so it's soft. And I'll take a little of the same paste. So now you've got a compound butter. And this would be good if you want to put it on crostinis, if you want to cook some fish, and yeah, that'd probably be pretty good with fish. Depending, basically what I'm trying to show you is that if you make these herb blends like this, they work so easily with everything that you're trying to flavor. So compound butters, cheese spreads, you can just stir that into a reduction. There's no end to what you can do with it, and it's all fresh and it's all healthy, and you're gonna be a star when you're cooking with this stuff. I did a lot of cooking here in the last few minutes. A lot of flavors. And basically when you're doing this and you create all these different flavors, these become your paints. You use them like paint. There you go. You can do it at home, folks. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, or just stop by the nursery and see us in person at Lake Jewel Farms. Hope to see you soon.